Hey everybody, we should be live. If you're on YouTube, let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? How does everything look and sound? Manus, I see you in the chat. Turnips, Presta J. Good to see you guys. Let me know how everything looks, how everything sounds. We're going to start in about 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try to talk about my thoughts throughout the game. In the beginning, though, it gets a little bit crazy. I'm just moving as quick as possible. Thanks, Presta J. Hey, the legendary. Good to see you. Guys, while we're waiting, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We got a lot of chess improvement content on our channel. And we're trying to do more live events too. Alright, so we're still waiting for one of our Discord members, Arga. Presta J, I have not been able to get a hold of Arga yet. And I think his Lichess username is just Arga. Or Arga Sen, I think is his Lichess name. Hey Turnips, good to have you. Presta J, do you think Arga knows the link? Yeah, that should be his name, Arga Sen. I just haven't seen him in the Simul yet. Hey, ChessGoals Links, good to have you here. So Turnips, what we do is we have a Discord server, and if you purchase a study plan or if you're one of our Patreons, you can get in the server. And then those players kind of get first access to play in the events. And then after those slots fill up, anyone who wants one from the Discord, then we open it up to the public. Yeah, Galagama. It's fun doing these simuls. So the last month I did one, I was able to go 10-0 with this format. Like just a really fortunate, kind of lucky result. And then that same night I ran another one with a faster time control and I got crushed. You don't have Discord, sadly. That's okay, Turnips. The legendary, what's your Lichess username? Alright, I still don't see Arga yet, so I think in another minute or two we'll accept a random candidate. Still no word on Arga. Presta J, I don't have the dog cam set up today, but he's back there snoozing. Arga is Arga Sen. Oh, he's waiting. I'm sorry. He was waiting. So Lichess puts them in alphabetical order, but the capitalized names are first? So he was actually waiting with a lowercase a in the middle of the list. Okay, Arga's in. That's my fault, guys. Alright, so we're going to start the Simul. It'll take me like 30 seconds probably. to crop the boards nicely in the stream, and then I'll start playing. So good luck, everyone. Yeah, we were both only looking at the top. Hey, Smithy Q. Smithy Q, the best streamer I've ever worked with, I think. Don't tell Paul. Alright, so now there's the board. There's the names and the clocks. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let me know how it looks on your guys' end. And we'll get started. So here we go, press to J. Alright, press to J, I'm going to go E4 against you. I'll go D4 here. Murado. Let's go with a modern. Arga. Let's go with an Alekines. Example first, let's go with an English. Oh, we got the ready here. This is a strong player, 2017. All right. Let's go Caro. We'll go D4, Caro. I'm going Caro against some of these new players. Okay, Wiersba, he always plays really strong against me. All right, 1534. Let's go C4. Oh no, testing my theory. Okay, we'll take. I'm gonna go with maybe a triangle setup there. I don't really know the theory there. Okay, in that game I'm going to go for a Dutch. Oh, Admiral Sons. Okay. Oh, what am I supposed to do here? Do I go for the queen trade? I don't know. Let's go for it. It almost seems too good not to do it. All right, we got G3. We got G3. I think I'm going to go for Dutch in that game. One with G3. E6, I don't have to take the bait. We'll do a queen trade. Oh, interesting. All right, I'll back up. So at some point here, black does have to take. Tripled pawns. That's what I was going for. So in that game, we kind of have like a Rogozin system. Thanks, Smithy Q. Thanks for watching, too. All right, bishop g4, pinning the knight. I don't really know my theory here, but I want to get castled. Let's pin this knight. Oh, bishop d3 against more zone. I think I'm supposed to take this pawn because there's no discovered checks. I'll bring that bishop back to g6. Look at these triple pawns. That's what you like to see. Oh, that gambit was played in the stream last month? That's a good memory, Smithy Q. That's a good memory. Alright, how do I want to play this? I kind of want e5 right away, but I'm watching e4. Could start with knight f6. No, let's get e5 in right away. Yeah, so this pawn is just going to sit here for a while, isn't it? Well, at some point I have to take it. I think now it makes sense, right? Pawn takes pawn, bishop takes, and start trading. Doesn't that make sense? Knight g6, drop the bishop back. Looks good to me. All right, c5. So usually there's like queen a5 ideas here, so I'm going to play rook c1. e4, yeah, that's the move I was kind of afraid of. That's what I was afraid of. I'm going to try playing solid there. I don't want to fall for any tactics. That's the problem. Okay, they took back. Let's get castled. Will Duda be a problem for Magnus? That's a good question. Duda's really strong, and he did well in the first Speed Chess Championship that he was a part of, and I remember thinking like, oh, this guy could be really good. And obviously he is. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far he can go. Queen d6. I'm not sure about this move. It feels a little funky. I do have bishop f4. Maybe a3. a3 take, rook take. Knight hops. Let's get developed. All right, queen out to h4. I want to play this more aggressive with queen a5, targeting those pawns. All right, here I'm going to try to convert up the pawn. h6. Okay, queen to b6. We'll develop. Let's castle queenside. So I could take either pawn, but I think this makes more sense. But that does open up the attack on this pawn. So maybe we'll take this way. Alright, knight d7. Alright, Manas, we'll see you in a little bit. Knight d7, what do we do here? Castle or a3? I think castle. I always try to default to just making a developing move when possible, especially in the simuls. Okay, the knight's coming here. I'm going to play this safe. Alright, castle for white. Rook takes. Bishop to d2. Kind of want to go after this guy. But I also need to get this bishop in the game. Alright, this is lined up. Potential tactics here. But how do I take advantage of that? Could take f3, take knight e5. I still need to get more pieces developed. Let's go e5. Yep, that's a good move. Putting more pressure on this pawn. Knight a6. Looking at c5 or maybe knight b4. We'll try to open that up. Hey, Galagama, that's a really cool question. We have a graphic designer, and he's my brother. His name is JJ Creates, and he makes all the thumbnails for us. So I really appreciate that comment, and I'll pass it on to him that you said that. But I put a link to his Instagram in the descriptions, so you can check out his work. He does a lot of like NBA collages and murals. He does really good stuff. So check him out. Okay, D takes C, knight takes probably. Let's kick this bishop back. All right, E3. So now I got to get this guy in the game. All right, H5, aggressive. Knight A4 is very tempting. But I'm going to go for A3, B4. I was looking at a tactic there, but I don't quite think it works for the opponent. Oh, how do I want to play this? Push past or take? This is a pretty big decision. Kind of like taking and then castling. Get a rook on the E file. Going down material. Okay, castle by Murado. I'm trying to go after this pawn. But I'm not getting my king developed. King is not going to safety. Alright, this feels like there should be a tactic. I think I can play b4. I'm going to trust my instincts and just go for it. Now here we're down, without a lot of comp. So it's going to be important to play actively. Knight out to a4. I didn't see that coming. I wonder if I can take here. Because this bishop is guarded by my knight. It's guarded by both knights. Okay, knight d5 is tempting, but I don't think it does a lot, so I'm going to castle. Oh yeah, I kind of caught the corner of my eye after the last move. That's a good move. I almost want to sacrifice. Okay, I can bring this back with tempo on the queen. There is knight takes c3. So here, knight takes c3, take queen, take knight. Not very good. Well, I think I need to just back this up. Not ideal, but I don't know what else to do. Okay, bishop here. Okay, I would like to play f4. Take. Yeah, I think it's good timing. Alright, knight to d4. Trying to bring the bishop to f3, I think. It does give me this pawn. Let's go for it. Or maybe I should take with knight. No, this looks good, I think. Queen c4, okay. So if I take, rook e1. Try to have some fun with that knight. JJ Creates is in the chat, guys. JJ Creates is in the chat. Jake, did you see the comment right above yours? Or a couple above yours? We're getting compliments on the thumbnails here. Okay, bishop to e1. I'm getting low on time in a lot of these games now. How do I want to play this? think I gotta go f6. Hold the e-pawn. Alright, this feels risky for my opponent. c6. Okay, just kind of holding everything. Alright, took with bishop. So I do have that immediate rook check. And his king will be running. Okay, h3. I'm going to sack that bishop. I think I could take this. Try to secure that pawn. Alright, bishop retreat. Is this the moment where I castle? It's been too long. Jake, it's going well. All the games are still being played though. This is probably my toughest game I'm down a pawn. I don't really have any compensation for that pawn. Just straight down a pawn. But I got some activity. Gotta stay active. Oh boy. Okay, knight check. Knight check right away. King here. This is looking good. I'm happy to see that knight check. Oh, do I take this with pawn? Their bishop is almost trapped. They have g6 though. Let's play it safe. Alright, there's no knight h4 because this tucked away. I'm going to go for the d4 break, I think. Alright, what do I do here? Knight takes. I think I want to start with rook takes rook. But I'm also considering a capture here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, c6 planning d5. Try to build in the center. F4. Feels a little bit shaky. That rook keeps getting harassed. Alright, let's go after this guy a bit. Take, take. Sorry, I know I'm not saying much, but the clocks are getting low. Yeah, Presta J. Jake, thanks for watching. Presta J, yeah, everyone is making me concentrate. That's 100% right. No one wants to think so hard on a weekend. Oh, here's a sneaky move. I don't want to get that bishop trapped. All right, bishop to b2. Try to develop. I don't know if that's a good move or not. Looks a little risky, actually. Knight g5. How do I want to play this? Not sure if I'm really in love with that move, but had to make a decision. Queen f8. I think I'm making progress in a couple of the games, but it's very slow. Still have 10 minutes in most of them. I really want to keep this blockade. Oh, can I trap this guy? I think so. It's a long line, but I think that one works. Okay, I gotta go after the f-pawn. Queen probably should come out now. Or I could go rook takes, takes, knight takes. Knight takes first. Bishop takes, bishop takes. Knight takes, bishop takes. Bishop takes, queen takes. Rook takes, queen here. Rook takes, queen takes, knight takes. Can't get too crazy. Oh, I have a nice tactic here. I think in this game I have a tactic as well. Getting saved by a couple tactics. queen's getting low on squares. All right, Prestige. I missed that. I definitely missed that. Sometimes Prestige is such a nice guy. You don't think he's going to do a move like that against you, and then, yeah, he really surprises you. Now what to do? Down a pawn. Painful. Oh man. Wish I could have that one back. All these pieces are kind of loose too. All right, knight f7. Oh, pre-move on that game. This doesn't quite feel right. Can I take advantage of it though? Yeah, I think I can win that pawn. Got a good check in that game. All right, my king's a little bit exposed. +3. Not sure the best way out of that. Didn't think of that. It's a good move. Bishop and knight are getting a little annoying. They're holding everything. It's a good move. I don't know what to do. don't know if I want that trade or not. A draw offer? I don't want a draw offer. Hey, ICYY. Yeah, London is good for beginners, I think. London's good for any level. It's a good opening. A lot of players give it the London hard time, but it's a good opening. I think that was checkmate. Good game. So 3 wins so far, 7 going. I don't know how to play this. More Zone the Carol Khan. We have a ChessGoals Carol Khan course on our website. So a lot of players are playing the Carol Khan. I don't know how to play this. I might regret that. Editor, yeah, we haven't been announcing them very well on YouTube. Good game, Arga. But if you go to our website, you can subscribe to our blog. We'll post on there, and then also chessgoals.com/join if you're a Patreon member or buy a study plan. In the Discord server, you'll get access to Discord. That's where we really post all the events on a regular basis. Okay, I can take knight or bishop here. I think this is kind of the time to go for this. I just want to get rid of those guys. Preston J, I still have to record that video still. Sorry about that. I know what I want to talk about though, so it should be coming soon. All right, 6 games going, 4 wins so far. Getting low on time in these games. Okay, I think finally I broke through on that one. It was not easy. This Urkel Knight has 48 minutes on the clock. That's crazy. How do they have so much time? Oh, good move. Really strong move. I was not ready for that. All right, Preston J going for his break. Leditor, are you subscribed to our email list yet? Oh, this is getting a little bit weird. I think it's okay though. Very good, Murado, very good. Too good. I don't like it. I'm about to blunder. I can tell. Good game, Urkel Knight. So we have 5 games remaining. So far, 5 wins. All the remaining games are tough. I think the game where I'm up, there is one game where I'm up a bishop and knight though. That one should be pretty smooth. Alright, press to J captures. So we're going to have a queen trade possibly. But I feel like my pieces are pretty active. Smithy Q. Hey, it wouldn't be the first bishop and knight made in a simul. But the other one I felt like I had to go into bishop versus knight. Can I just show this on stream? Oh, it's not going to work easily. I've not beat press to J yet. We've played twice, one draw, and he won the second game. I cannot beat press to J. I gotta be careful. Don't blunder. Alright, I got a little bit of time here. How do I get that bishop off of d4? What's my goal? Because I could get checkmated if I'm not careful. Let's try this. If you're watching the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. "15 likes on this video. That's awesome. I think that might be a record, actually. Oh, 16 likes. Thank you, everyone. I'm trying to see if I can finish out these last 5 games. Alright, press to J goes for the queen trade. I'm down a pawn in this game. Something bad is about to happen though. Can I avoid this? Something bad is about to happen. Take your time, press to J. Plenty of time. 2 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time, press to J. Plenty of time. If you think long, you know the old saying, if you think long, you think right. Take your time. Let's look at that press to J game. Alright, 90 seconds, press to J. 90 seconds. No pressure. 85 seconds. 80 seconds, press to J. No pressure. JJ Creates says, makes sense. Oh no, Murado, not like this. Not like this. Murado. Hello, Murado. Are you in the chat? I'm really sorry to do it. Alright, press to J. Going for the rook stack. Okay. I see you, press to J. You want rook f to e8. I see your plan. But do you have time to do it? I don't know. What do I do? There's got to be something here. I could double my rooks. Feels too passive though. Oh, how do I want to play this? Alright, I have an idea, Presta J. Let's see what you do. Oh, Murado, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to see that queen drop. Arga, it's random. I don't know why I always play the Scandi against you. I try to mix it up against every opponent, and I guess I keep giving you the Scandi. Yeah, I see that knight's headed here. I see that knight e6 idea. Okay, how do I want to play this? Yeah, knight e6. Okay. Makes sense. I'll try to block it. Yeah, I thought this was a good move. Knight to b5, guarding the pawn. Headed here. I think I gotta get rid of that bishop. It's too good. Oh, I got a nice tactic here on Rosie. Okay, Murato's going for rook g7 check. I think I want that king up anyways, so move him up. Okay, check here, check here, check here, mate. I think that's a forced mate. I'm coming for that queen. All right, press to J. So I think either king move I have queen to h4 mate. I'm pretty sure. Good game, Murato. Sorry about that queen fork. You played really well. All right, 3 games remaining. 7 points so far. This game I'm up a lot of material, and the other 2 are pretty close. Okay, this is very close to checkmate. Where's the mate? Okay, I think I see one. Fortunately, there's extra pawns for white. It's really an endgame grind against Wiersba. Presta J definitely wants to beat me. I forgot the king could run out that way. I'm going to go guard this pawn with my king and then do the queen mate. Good game, Rhoda Karaman. You played well. You fought hard. Rosie, I see you in the chat. Good game as well. Oh no, Murado, I didn't realize you had a misclick. I just thought you blundered the queen. You had a really good game going. All right, 2 games remaining. Both Discord members. If you guys are interested in joining ChessGoals, we have a promotion right now. If you join our Patreon for $5, I will send you a premium study plan included with your $5 a month, and you can quit after 1 month if you want. And also you get to join our Discord, and you get like the weekly check-in emails for your study plan. So for $5 a month, check out that link on our Patreon. It would definitely be great to have you. Okay, A4. Yeah, he didn't want me to play A4. Makes sense. So how do I want to play this now? I need my rook to get active. Bishop F6, good move, because I wanted bishop to C3. Yeah, that was a really good move. There's a lot of threats here I have to watch out for. Yeah, Murado, you played a really good game. All right, here it is, g5. The move I was waiting for. I mean, I think it's a good move, not saying it was bad. I think I have to just take right away. I don't see any reason to insert the check. Rook down here is the idea. But I could go after the A pawn really quick. Rook c4. Oh yeah, rook c4. So we have rook here. Rook c4. Rook takes. Rook takes. Or I could check. King here, rook behind, rook takes. I think I have to play actively here. Rook c4. King up, okay. I was looking at this. Plenty of time, Presta J. Plenty of time. 2 minutes. Take your time. Don't do anything you'll regret. You don't want to ruin your streak in the simuls. Plenty of time, Presta J. Don't worry about the clock. I'm muting you. Too funny. Alright, rook v2. Rook takes b2. See, I don't know if Wiersba's in the chat. How am I supposed to intimidate Wiersba if he is not even watching? Rook takes pawn. He's going to go rook a2. I still feel like I should go for that. Turnips, great to have you back. We're just waiting on Presta J, who's spending a lot of time thinking about his move. Meeting is a brilliant move. So turnips. To recap, we've had 8 games finished, 8 wins. A couple of them kind of a fortunate tactic. And 2 games remaining. We have Wiersba here, who is down 1 pawn, and Presta J, who is up 1 pawn in the red zone on the clock. 40 seconds, Presta J. Are you watching the clock, Presta J? Oh, 37 seconds, barely gets it off. Endgame seems fairly equal. I've done some calculations here. I think I'm probably beating Presta J. I don't know how he gets out of this. It's always equal till someone blunders. That is true. I don't think Presta J can survive this position, though. Look at all these threats. He's low on the clock. Oh, this is surprising by Wiersba. He's going aggressive. Wiersba wants to play for the win, I think. All right, he's got to look at this f2 pawn. Maybe knight d1. Why is he not going after a3? Okay, so I think I have rook g4. Grab this pawn with check. It's got to be pretty good, right? Am I worried about knight d1? It's only 1 pawn. I think this has to be the way to go. Oh, here we go. Presta J is on the run. King to e8. Matt, did you revise Murato's trash talking course before the Simul today? That's a good question, Arga. All right, we got threats all over the place against Presta J. He's down to 2 minutes on the clock. Okay, rook to b5. That's a good move. What do I want to do here? I would like f4. There's knight here. Okay, let's go after that other pawn. f4. Okay. It's getting a little uncomfortable. Go knight here. Take, take, take. King f3. I don't like playing this, but I feel like I have to. Oh no, it's another tactic in the Wiersbe game. I think I have rook takes knight, rook takes fork. I've really been lucky on the tactics today. Rook takes fork. Presta J goes for it instantly. All right, Presta J. It's like usual. It's gonna be me and you. Wiersbe drops a piece. Now the question is, will Wiersbe play on down the knight and pawn? All right, let's figure out how to play against Presta J. Supposedly he has the stream muted, so we can talk through exactly what the plans are. Rook takes pawn, king f3, eyeing g7, eyeing f4. Rook could go back to e6. Bishop takes g7. So only down one pawn, but with active pieces. And f and h pawns are both on dark squares. Yeah, I think king f3 next. Rook takes pawn. I could grab g7. Bishop still guards b2. Maybe that's even stronger. Maybe that's even stronger, because I kind of want to prevent bishop f6 ideas later. Alright, he takes the pawn. So I'm not worried about rook e2 check, really. I think I just want to grab g7 now. Don't give him the chance to defend the g-pawn. Because I think that lone f-pawn is going to be a little bit easier to attack. But I could play king f3. It's pretty tempting to centralize the king. It's usually a good idea. King f3. I mean, the rook has to go somewhere. Rook back here, though, I can't take because of the fork. King f3, rook back. Bishop takes g7 there. I think it makes sense to take this right away. I can go for king f3 later. Good game, Wiersbe. Alright, so press to J. I think we're going to have to rename you Pressure J. The last game remaining. Under 2.5 minutes on the clock. And I think at this point, Presta J is kind of thinking about some of the previous games we've had with the blunders going back and forth, and all the chances that I had to beat him. So those are probably all running through his head right now. And he's trying to think, how do I not give Matt a chance to win this game when I'm already up a pawn? Same color bishops, past f-pawn. And he's got all these advantages in the position, but he's really just got to convert. That's what it comes down to. How bad does he want it? Alright, h6 is hanging. Rook a7 is in the air, going after the a6 pawn. He's down to 90 seconds on the clock. What's he gonna do? I really like how my bishop guards b2. That helps out quite a bit, because now my king is free to run up the board. Pressure J. Okay, if you're rooting for Pressure J, put a Pressure J in the chat. I'm rooting for him. Pressure J. Man is a chess wizard. Oh, 35 seconds. Alright, he makes a move. h5. Put in the pawn on a light square. Safety first. Yeah. There's a bit of a trap here that he's kind of looking at too, I think. If my king's on f3 and his rook's on f2 with the bishop there, it's a checkmate. I see the chat scrolling, but I'm not looking at it. So, what do I want to do here? Let's do this. Because I think my rook has done a good job on the 7th rank, but he doesn't need to stay there anymore. So let's try to get active here. Go after these queenside pawns. Rook to a4. Oh, I didn't expect that. Rook to a4. Alright, I think I need a3. Pressure J, everyone's rooting for you. King d7. Alright, king d7, good move. Okay, I'm looking at rook to b6 and rook to h6. If rook h6, that h-pawn is pushing. Rook to b6. Ace. Rook to b6, a5 can't be played. King over. Then I have rook here. King back. Okay, I expect h4. Press to J1's a 2-minute increment. I've never heard of a 2-minute increment. That'd be insane. Okay, h4. It's gotta be h4. Man, it's raining really hard here. JJ Creates, how's the rain by you? Is it storming? Alright, I'm bringing the king up. It's time. Yeah, JJ Creates, it's pouring pretty heavy here too. A lot of thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear that thunder or not. Yeah, endgames are really tough. Alright, so I'm looking at this. B4 gives a pawn back though, I think. Because he can't hold everything. So b4 gives a pawn back. So what else does black do? Maybe a5. A5 though, rook to b6 looks kind of good. Or bishop to e5 maybe. Trying to pick up the f pawn. I had an idea to play rook a7. Looking for tricks. Rook a7 is pretty interesting. Alright, 2 minutes for press to J. I'd like to keep these bishops on the board. I don't want the bishop trade, like an early bishop to c6, for example. I want those bishops on. I like that the black king is cut off. I think this will be my plan. We'll see if there's time to do it. This guy I kind of want over here, because he's done his job on this one. Alright, there's a5. I don't see any traps. So I think I want the rook on one of these two squares. b4 will happen. Take. If the rook's on a6, you should take with bishop. Yeah, that's the version I want. Because here, push, takes. Could take with anything. Rook to a6, push, take. I like that the pawn can't take. After b4, the pawn can't take. I'm looking for rook trap ideas too. See if I could trap his rook. Alright, 90 seconds for press to J. The clock is ticking again. He's looking at b4. He really wants b4, I think. Because if his rook moves, I can take a5. Rook c4, take. No, it doesn't seem good. It's got to be b4, right? But if I take, he has to take with the bishop. And his bishop is trapping in his own rook. It's really not how he wants his pieces set up. So maybe he doesn't want to play b4 yet. Yeah, he waits on b4. Okay. He waits on b4. Bishop c3. Push. Bishop c3, push, take, bishop take, takes, rook takes, rook takes. Okay, I'm going to try to win this pawn. Now if b4 gets played, take, bishop takes, grab this pawn. He's down to a minute. King f7. I don't think king f7 helps. I think he's still looking at b4. Maybe bishop g5. Trying to hold the pawn. Alright, there's b4. I have to either take or check first. I don't see a great reason to check. So now bishop takes. And then do I want to... I almost want to play king takes, but I'm not a fan of the discovered checks. Alright, so I have a couple of rook checks. I don't think they help. King takes. I'm not a fan of the discovered checks. So let's go bishop takes. And now what I'd like to do is get this bishop back on the diagonal to guard b2 and march my king up. But I gotta watch for this stuff. Okay, he's bringing his king up. Let's put the bishop back on this diagonal. Because maybe he could head to c3 if this bishop retreats. Okay, he's going to e1. He's going to e1. Let's start with this check. King has to pick a direction. Alright, he's going to a light square. Nice and safe. I'm looking at this. Take. Oh, does that work? Does that work? Here. Take. Bishop take. I think this works. Here. Take, bishop take, king up, king up. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, I'm not in a hurry to do that. Oh, but if it works. I think it works. All right, 4.5 minutes for Presta J. Will he go for this trade? Smithy Q found a rook. Turnips, if you're looking with the engine, don't say any engine lines though. I was looking for rook traps. Yeah, it could become a rook and bishop versus rook. Nah, mate. Okay, thanks, turnips. 43. Bishop f6, bishop takes f6. Rook takes f6. b4, rook takes f4. B takes a3, rook takes... Oh, wow. That's a good one, Smithy Q. See, I was kind of afraid of that. In all the rook trap attempts, I was like, oh, those pawns are really close to queening. Like, I don't think there was any chance to ever trap the rook. Even attempting it looked too risky. Okay, this is a big decision now. Turnips is saying it's probably equal if there's a rook trade. But it's same color bishops. Yet I think I'm winning the h-pawn. the h-pawn queening square is the same color as the bishop. So that reduces the drawing chances for black. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't tell Prestige. Oh, he moved. Alright. Rook takes. So there's one little trick I have to watch out for. Here, here, take, here. Make sure that bishop can guard the queening square. I'll be right back. Okay, king d7. I don't know, Prestige. We always get into these endgames. You're right. So I have king here, bishop here, king here, take. If take, take, king here, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's really all I have at this point. Here, 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 here. Take, take, take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think this is going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. He offered me a draw. Did I count this out right? Take, take. Take, take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I move first, so if it's king and pawn sitting here when I queen with check, my king's not close enough. My king's not close enough? He's calculating. Preston J is offering a draw. Ali Reza saying it's a draw. I reviewed his game where he had this draw OTV. Oh man, maybe I should not have done that. Ali Reza, you're right. I need the king over here. I need the king much closer. Good, Lee Chess. Don't allow those draw offers too quickly. Good game, Prestige. Good game. So that was 10 games. We ended up with 9 wins, 1 draw. Some really good games. I think a lot of them were decided on tactics in close positions where maybe one side would just blunder a piece or something. But yeah, a lot of really good games. Prestige came in to prevent the 10-0. I like it. Yeah, that was a really good game, Prestige. And you were up early on, too. I just did my best to try to make it complicated in that end game. Yeah, and I'm looking at the chart now. Looks like everything was a draw. And right here, the position 0.0. The other line I was looking at was this. But then I thought you could play... So my idea is this and this. I thought you could play here. And then when I go for the pawn, I figured you could probably like force this pawn trade. And now this is going to be really hard to win because somehow I need to like get this pawn up the board and keep your bishop off the diagonal. Right, I don't think there's any chance of winning this. And your largest advantage was right here. Bishop f4 was a -5 with queen f6. Yeah, so right here I just completely missed this idea. Knight takes h3. Huge blunder on my part. Because it was a plus 1.3 here, and it went from plus 1.3 to minus 2.5. So almost a 4-point swing with this blunder. Engine says maybe I should take and play b3. Okay, I guess. Or bishop e3. Yeah, just play it solid because I do have the nice advantage here with the center pawns. But then what was the mistake here? Queen to f6. Eyeing both of these. Yeah, everything is getting very shaky for me. Like you're on this knight, you're on this pawn, you're on this pawn. This is looking rough. If bishop e3, you take and then win the pawn. Let's see. And right here, queen takes d1 was a mistake. So what could you have played? I guess queen e7. Yeah, the position's still shaky for me. I really don't like the placement of these pieces. Yeah, press to J it. I mean, you had the advantage, but it was tough because there wasn't really a clear path forward. I mean, your extra pawn is sitting here on c7. So unless you have like, you know, the dynamics of this position favoring you, right, where I have all this material that's kind of loose, unless you have that, it's not so easy. So like in this position, yeah, you're up 2.5, but I'm making it pretty tough on you because I have the initiative here. Right? Like this position is not super easy to win. I'm definitely making it as hard as possible. It looks like there was a couple back and forths here. But it was probably taking this knight that kind of led it into the draw territory. Because you do have the bishop pair. And that was kind of my idea. Like I figured if you take, that gave me the best chances. But this knight, even though it looks really strong here, it's not going anywhere from this position. So maybe you could try to relocate this bishop. I'm just kind of looking at engine ideas. Pawn to b4 it likes. Bishop to f5. Oh, with the idea of g5. Yeah, okay, so you could use your bishop pair and try to get these pawns rolling. Your king could tuck here probably. But yeah, this is not a very easy position to convert. I think you made it lower risk by taking here. You know, you're probably not going to really ever lose this position. So that was good. But it is harder for you to win. So like if you're okay with the draw, this is fine, but this position is very hard to win for black. Right, because your pawns are kind of out there and they're vulnerable. And my rook is well placed and my bishop is well placed. Yeah, and at this point, after h5, Stockfish says it's already equal. Yeah, it makes sense. Low on time, go for low risk. All right, so let's open up the chat to any general chess questions, study plan questions, chess goals questions. You can post them in the chat. We'll do a little Q&A. Yeah, turnips. That's a good way to describe it. Position is semi-open, so keep the bishop pair. Yeah, you're right, Prestige. I had all my energy, all my focus just on that endgame. You know, and I think at this point, you were definitely getting nervous probably, right? Because it looks like I have a lot of play, but the fact is I'm always down a pawn here, right? So even if I win one pawn back, that's usually all I can get. And I was definitely trying to make this as hard as possible for you, but like here, you know, how do I increase this advantage? I can't really bring my king up. So really what I was going for at this point was just some kind of tricks. After rook f4, you found the critical move, rook takes f4, I think, because if your rook just moves, now there's more tactics I can go for. Like rook here, maybe this b pawn moves, hitting your rook. You know, there's other things you have to think about. Maybe I go after this guy. But rook takes f4 was really just a simple way to convert the draw. Okay, Murado, your game. Let's look at it. Well, now I feel bad. I thought you just blundered this move. Okay, queen g3. I don't have the engine on. I'll just try to think about this position. I mean, what I really liked is how you got your bishop here. Felipe, when your bishop got here, this is just a really strong post. And I wanted knight c6 badly, but I don't know if I can make it work. But that was my idea. I really wanted knight c6. So let's say knight c6 here. What would you have played if knight c6? Yeah, your queen's coming in, isn't it? Probably rook takes, queen d6. So I could take here with the extra pawn, but it's really not anything. I mean, d5 is really weak. There's not much I can do here. Oh, queen c7. Oh, you have checkmate ideas even? Thanks, SmithyQ. Thanks for watching. SmithyQ, I'll touch base with you later during the week about next week, Saturday. We're doing the team match. But right now, I think we only have 4 players signed up. So if we don't get enough players, we might switch the format and do something different. Because I think I want a minimum of 8 players for the team match. Yeah, Felipe, I think this is good. Queen g3. Let's see what the engine thinks here. -2. Oh, knight takes d, e takes d, queen takes a2. Okay, I guess I do still have an advantage, but it's really tricky. Oh, and here it looks like you have an equal position. If you play bishop f6 or queen h4. So if takes, you can take with the queen is the idea. Eyeing this pawn, not allowing my rook in. Yeah, so Felipe, I think you essentially had an equal position here without the mouse slip. We'll see you later, SmithyQ. Birdcell, you'll have to go back and rewatch some of it later. It was a good simul. It was a lot of fun. Alright, so I think we're going on a little over 2.5 hours now, so I think we'll stop the stream here. Again, please give the stream a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Email me anytime from the website if you're not a member, if you have questions. And of course, if you're a member, we have the Discord server where I'm always in there. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, Prestige. Wiersbe, yeah, the team match is next week on Saturday, but I want to get 8 players. So if we only have 4 or 5 players, I think we might switch up the format and do something a little bit different. We'll have to see. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good rest of your day or rest of your evening.